FCW's Roman Reigns. New moniker, new character persona, trying out, really extension of himself. And out the family history, and we mentioned before about so many members of different families, Ortons, Rhodes, DiBiase's, Harts, Guerreros, it just goes on and on and on. Is there good competition between the families of the wrestlers?
Sure. Well, not only competition, but I'd say, just a common bond. I mean, there's things that we went through as children, when your parents are on the road so many, 200, 250 days out of the year. That's something that some people don't understand. A lot of times people will think that a generational guy has been privileged, but they don't really understand. I didn't see my dad. He was on the road a good bit, and it was all, for proper doing. He was out there, earning money to provide for us, but.
So you may have to miss a lot of events, and I'm talking to others too,
yeah.
that's what happens and all. They might be on the phone, hey, how did it go with your game? How did school go or something like that? But they're on the road so much. As a kid, though, how do you try to handle that? I'm sure there had to be tough moments. It's natural.
Yeah, I mean, especially being a boy, you want to be with your dad. But luckily for me, I just had the strongest mother in the world. I mean, I know everyone will say my mom's the best mom in the world, but my mom was like a backbone for our family, and she was always there. She was just as consistent as you can be. She took us to practice. She took us to school. She fed us, helped us with our homework. Anything that we needed, my mom she took care of it, and our dad he was the general in wrestling, but my mom was the general of our household, so just having her being as strong a woman as she was, it made things a lot easier. But that's just one thing, that generational guys and girls, we can kind of sympathize with each other because we get it, you know what I mean? Like, there's ups and downs to everything, but fortunately in this business, we've experienced them, we've seen where things have gone right and wrong, so it's kind of, where you learn from mistakes and you don't want to make the same ones. But, me being 27, back when my dad was on the road, we didn't have webcam, we didn't have, all the different, media lines that we have nowadays. So for me to be in contact with my family will be a lot easier. We have a webcam, we have, text messaging and phone, cell phones. So back then, it was a little bit different, but nowadays we have the advantage to stay closer. And even though we're across country, you're one phone call away. You can hold your cell phone and you're right there talking to your daughter. So it's a little bit different game nowadays.
You're in Tampa now because that's where the training headquarters is, traveling throughout Florida. Is the family in Pensacola or no?
Well, as far as my family, my daughter and fiance, we're in Tampa, but pretty much the rest of my immediate family, my mother, my dad, my sisters, they're in Pensacola, and then my brother's in Cincinnati.
So you get to see your wife and your daughter, or your fiance and your daughter, sorry, your fiance and daughter and all. So that makes it a little easier, but if ever the day comes you get the call, then you're going to be traveling just about everywhere, around the world.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a good thing about being here in the Tampa developmental system is every day I get to see my family. Days like this, we're driving 2.5, 3 hours. We perform at the show, and then I'll get home late night, but I'll be able to come home to my family. So it's a blessing of God to be able to do that and provide. To be able to provide for your family this way, have fun, entertain people, put a smile on people's faces. You can't. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better life than I have. So when the day comes, hopefully, sooner than later, where I get called up on the road.
Are you anxious or no? You're still testing the waters and all?
No, I'm ready. I mean, I'm completely ready. They give me an opportunity, I'm gonna hit my head on the goalpost. I know it. I'm ready to rock and roll. So the moment they release me, then big things are gonna happen. So, and when it's my time, it's my time. But being away from my family, it's something we're prepared for. It's all for the right doing. I'm going out for business. I'm going out to make a life for my family, to make a mark on this industry, and hopefully make a big name for myself to do positive and be a role model in this world that we live in. So, being away from my family, that's a negative, but all the all the positive things that it's going to bring is just, it's going to overlap any negative you could possibly think of.